Hey everyone, I have a video that I kind of debated whether I should share. And basically, so I'm in the US, and a couple of weeks ago, I guess you probably saw it on the news, whether you live in this country or not, about the riots that were on the US Capitol regarding the vote to who had recently won the presidential election. I used to live in that area, and I also used to work on Congress myself, and have a lot of friends that are living in that area. So as I was watching it kind of unfold on the news, and then as well as my friends posting on social media and the issues that they were having just trying to drive home from work, I noticed my anxiety started to build up. And then finally it was like a picture with smoke in the background. And then I was in New York on 9/11, and something in that picture just kind of triggered me and kind of reminded me of the smoke that I had seen. And I think at that point it just was a bit too much. So I called in to Dr. John Townsend's crowdcast that he does every Wednesday. He's a clinical psychologist, but he's also the co-founder of the program where I study. And I'm a second year graduate student in mental health counseling. And so I thought, he could help me kind of walk through my anxiety, help me kind of name down my emotions and then what to do. And I decided to post it because it was helpful to me. And I feel like, I get the sense that it probably would help other people. If not pertaining to that particular event, it might help you with any kind of anxiety you're having around a specific other incident. And he kind of walked me through and gave me like a chart and gave me some really good tips in that moment, and it helped me. And so I'm posting it because I'm hoping that it will also help other people who might be in the same situation, having the same kind of anxious thoughts. So if you have not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Leave me comments if you have questions about anything. Oops, and my phone is going off. If you have questions about anything or have videos that you would like to see me discuss that are kind of in the domain that my channel covers, which is mental health topics and domestic violence resources. So I hope this is helpful. And I will see you guys on my next video, and my talk with Dr. Townsend is coming up right after this. Okay.
Hey, I want to tell you guys about the Townsend Institute. Now that it's the beginning of a new year, new year, new you, we have a fully accredited, fully online program with 3 different things you can specialize in. You can either get a master's in organizational leadership or a certificate if you don't need a master's in lead organizations. You can get a master's in executive coaching and consulting or a certificate if you like the coaching and consulting world. Or you can get a master's in counseling, be a fully licensed therapist, or you can get a certificate in counseling. We'll also be offering a PhD in counseling later this year. We're really excited about that. And if you never got a chance to get a bachelor's because life took over and you don't have that, and you've got your high school, maybe a little bit of first couple of years of college or whatever, we can take you through the master's to get to the master's. So we've got all that for you. And what we do, hey, who is that?
It's Leslie.
Hey, Leslie, how are you?
Good.
All right, let me finish my talking about the Institute. Can you hold on for a second?
Yeah.
Anyway, in a time of crisis, such as we're in, people tend to go for some kind of a higher degree to put them in a better position when things level out. And everybody's doing that. We have grown like 2 or 3, I think 200% in the last year of people who just want to get further. And it's got, if you like the kind of stuff that I deal with, it's based on my model. We use our faculty are incredible people, and we have lots and lots of training. Our mantra is competence and character and connection. We'll give you competence in the market so you can make a living, we'll help you work on the personal growth, that's your character aspects, and also we'll give you great relationships. So just go to Townsend Institute. We're all over the web and sign up. And in February is when we start up for our new semester and kickoff.
John, remind them too, they can come in to the Townsend Institute Q&A night tomorrow night directly. Drop the link in the comments. They can join you there and ask specific questions about the program.
All right, did they just hear you say that?
Yes.
So I don't think I. All right, whatever Stacy says. Great. Yeah, I'm doing an infomercial thing tomorrow night where I'm on there and I'm talking about the program and neuroscience and the Bible and your job opportunities and all that. It's a great time. So where do you go, Stacy, to sign up for that? I forgot.
I dropped the link in the comments for everyone.
Yeah, we have tons and tons of people. Anyway, we want to make that available to you. Hey, Leslie.
Hi. If I look familiar, it's because speaking of the Townsend Institute, so I'm the second year graduate student in counseling. So yeah.
What's your experience like?
I love it. I like the neuroscience. That's really cool. And I like the biblical character structure model. Mm-hmm. The grace and truth. I mean, it's just, there's so many things that the way you guys are breaking it down and the way we're learning it, that it's, I don't know, it's great. I don't think you're going to get that everywhere if you're looking for, a Christian-based program, right? I mean, that's,
Well, I don't know, but we're happy with what we're doing. Hey, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you're here. Seriously, Leslie and I did not have a memo sent to each other. I mean, it was kind of cool issue.
No.
All right, where are you in the world, Leslie?
So I'm in Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas. All right. All right. Well, welcome. And what's your question?
I don't have I wrote in the comments, I don't really have a question per se. I guess I'm kind of hoping you can help me, like, just name some emotions that I've got going on. And it's kind of like related to right now. I was looking at the news, but I'm sure you've seen the news this afternoon. And I'm like, I mean, it's upsetting for everybody in America, but I guess I don't know.
You need the news about the riots and the break-ins in Nation's
the Capitol. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful.
Yeah. And it kind of strikes me because I don't know. I lived in the DC area for a really long time. Sorry, I think there's thunder. I hope the thunder's not coming through really loud. I lived in the DC area for a really long time, and I used to intern in Congress. So, like, I'm just kind of watching all of this, and it was not divisive. I'm online, honey. So it was not divisive when I was there, but I don't know. I'm just looking at that, and it's like scary, and I'm like, every time I see a new picture pop up, it's like, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to think, like, what am I feeling? Like fear, anger, grief? I don't know.
So is the question, would it be helpful then you know how I am. I want to get a clear question so I can answer it. Is the question to help you identify exactly what you're feeling, Leslie?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because I was kind of like in this little wave, and then I saw the notice pop up, and I thought, well, Dr. Townsend can definitely help me, I don't know, just kind of like work through it, like process it in the moment,
Okay. Then there's two things we need to do. One's we got to identify, because you process one feeling different than you process another feeling. So first we've got to identify, and second we got to process it to give you a little bit of peace from it, right?
Okay.
All right. 30,000 overarching statement, Leslie. What you're describing right now is that you're overwhelmed.
Okay. That's, fair.
In fact, I can see it in your face. You got tears, and they're very, very strong feelings, and they're not fun. They're very painful for you. That's what overwhelmed is.
Yeah. And I got so many friends too that are like, I've got a friend that's a police officer, and so he's probably going to be down there tonight. And I've got another friend that's trying to get out of work before the curfew, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot.
Right. You're getting this onslaught of people that you love that are maybe in trouble, and
Yeah.
and overwhelmed feelings generally are more than one feeling. They're kind of a composite of, you said, maybe I'm angry, maybe I'm scared. We don't know yet, but it's generally is not just one feeling. It's generally several.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now you know from your studies with us, what part of the brain is your mind centering on right now? I hope you get the answer right, because you're second year. If you don't have it right, I have failed miserably. What part of the brain?
I'm thinking it's the amygdala.
I think it is the amygdala.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like this fight or flight. And I guess it's just like, well, I can't fight. I can't really flight either because it's all over the news, so then it's like maybe like, am I freezing? Like, I don't know.
Well, I added two. I mean, then I had a fourth one. There's fold. There's fight, be aggressive, which you can't do. There's flight, shut it down. Freeze is like I'm deer in the headlights, and fold is do what you want to with me. I'm just not going to fight anymore, right? And you may be feeling something about this, but our job now is to get you to the prefrontal cortex, because you can go, oh, I feel those things. I care about my friends. I'm upset about where the nation's going in this riot or whatever.
Yeah.
But it doesn't overwhelm me. We want you to get you from overwhelmed feelings here to I'm bugged, I'm scared, but I'm not overwhelmed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You don't have a copy of People Feel around in a room, do you?
I used to have. I have it, but I don't have it right here with me. But I do have one.
Well, I was just going to take you to that section, the back where I list out 110 emotions, because sometimes what I'll do with myself is like, what the heck am I feeling? I'll just It's like a menu in a restaurant. I'll take that, but we don't have that. So I'm going to take you through the categories of the 5 distressing emotions.
Okay.
There's about 5 categories, and you kind of go, oh, I felt something when you said that. And you might say you felt it on all 5 or whatever, but it'll give us a way to narrow this down. And that will help the overwhelming, right?
Okay.
Okay, here's the 5 categories. Angry.
Yeah.
You kind of mentioned it, all right?
Yeah.
Sad.
Okay.
Sad means loss. Sad means grief.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fear and anxiety.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Fear and anxiety. Yeah, I think that's probably the highest one.
Oh, okay. That's good that your brain's prioritizing. That's number 1.
Yeah.
Shame. I don't hear a lot of shame.
No.
Guilt. I don't hear a lot of that.
No.
Okay. So we got dominant fear and anxiety, and sort of secondary anger and sad.
Okay, but I am writing this down, so that's good. Okay.
Well, the fact that you're writing it down means that you are doing something besides amygdala right now, because you can't write things down when you're totally amygdala. You're just like a 1-month-old baby. So we know that you are already accessing some prefrontal cortex.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So what I want you to do, let's just stick with the fear and anxiety. We're getting somewhere there. And describe what you feel like. You know what? I can only see half of your head.
Oh.
There you go. There's the whole head. Okay.
Oh. Because I can see myself. Okay, you have a different.
Otherwise, we could only fix half of your brain. So
I know, and that's what a sad thing.
It'd be so sad. So I want you to describe the fear and anxiety part as much as you can. What is it like? Whether it's this situation or others, people experience fear and anxiety in different ways. Talk about yours.
Well, right now. These are just like
stay with the right now. Stay with the right now. And let me help here. It's a lot of fears about the future. So I am afraid that X. Go to the X.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I'm like, what's going to happen to our country? Like, or I got to go to work tomorrow? Is there going to be riots all over the country? Yeah. It's like that's what's going through my head, because I was in New York on 9/11 too, and it's just like,
oh yeah.
That
scared you too, and it was awful.
Yeah. That's probably it. It's like, yeah, what's going to happen next? How's work going to go? How's the rest of the week going to go? Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you a couple of diagnostic questions. What is your support system like?
Oh, I have my cohort members. Some of whom
The
might be
cohort is
watching
a small
right
group
now.
that the cohort
Yeah.
is a small group we build for you as students that go through the classes with you in the institute. And are you still in touch with them?
Yeah, yeah. And my mom,
Since the
I talk
right
to my mom.
since all the stuff in DC happened, are you in touch with those people?
I'm actually mostly right now, maybe this is not a good thing. I'm mostly on social media with people that I know here, but also people that I know that are in the area. But they're
That's
not like
probably okay. But
they're not close
you
relationships.
have a ratio problem. We're supposed to be,
Yeah,
social media is helpful, and you got to, the people, especially your local friends that are dear to you, but you got to have the people that know and deeply and love Leslie. You got to get
yeah.
taken in the relational nutrients.
Okay. See, I
And
couldn't think of that's why I called because I'm like, what do I need to do? Yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense.
the first thing is, have you got kids?
Yeah, yeah. One of them almost walked in the screen a minute ago.
Okay, so when your kids are little tiny little boogers,
Yeah,
when they're overwhelmed, the first thing they do is you pick them up and say, "I've got you here," and that's what the relational nutrients is about. Is your friends aren't going to have any answers. I mean, I'm all over the social media. I got people saying it's all going to hell. Then I got people saying it'll smooth
yeah,
out. I don't know
yeah.
yet. But
Right.
I've got my life team that are saying we're with each other, we're band together, and I don't think you pulled that part yet. It wasn't normal enough for you yet.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
as soon as we get off the call,
Yeah.
what do I want? What do I want Leslie to do?
Yeah. I can be calling some people or text.
And what are you going to do with it? What are you going to ask them? Because I want you to be specific about what you need from those people, and it's not tell me the future because they can't.
Right.
So what can they do for you to calm you down? If you don't know,
Well,
I'll tell you.
I mean, so my mom is just a good listener,
That's
you
a
know?
big part of it, and we
Yeah.
call that containment, attunement.
Yeah,
All those
she does.
quadrants
She
are one
does
thing.
that well. She's not the most empathetic, but she's really good at containing.
All right, so you kind of got that in mom, but you need the empathy. You got some people in your cohort that are just kind of like, I know you're scared, and I'm your friend, and I love you, and it's normal to feel this way, and I'm with you, and I'll be with you all the way. You need that person too.
Okay.
Does
Yeah,
she or
I
he
know.
exist?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty close with somebody. She calls in quite a bit too to you. I don't know if she's watching today.
Oh, hi, if you are, help.
If she is, she
Your buddy
does seem
Leslie needs some help. All right, I think I know who it might be. All right, so that's the number one is you just need, you're getting overwhelmed, but I mean, you're a 9/11 witness. You also
Yeah.
have friends in the area. There's some real reasons you'd be triggered in your amygdala, and you're not making this stuff up, Leslie.
Right.
But
Right.
also, I think that there's just not enough of you being able to just vomit and vent to some people about how scared you are, and then they won't have answers. You go, I get it. It's awful. It's scary. I'm with you. And like you would do with your kid,
Yeah.
that comes. That's part one, but that's not all.
Okay.
So that's the first homework assignment, right?
Okay.
The second one is, have you ever seen my little T-chart about anxiety and control?
I don't know if I have. It's probably on the website, on the Blackboard website, maybe.
I don't know. I never know. Here you go. I'll just do it. Here it is. It's not on a website. It's kind of raw, but let's see. I am doing a visual for Leslie here.
Okay, awesome.
Well, it's kind of sucky, so don't say that to yourself. All right. This is called the control T-chart.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There's the word control. I have bad handwriting. There's control.
Okay.
And there's the two columns. There's what I can control and what I can't control.
Okay.
We're going to start here. Now, it looks like Washington's going up in flames sometimes, right?
Right.
So
Right.
what can you not control? Give me 3 things you cannot control about this situation, and I'll write them down. 3 things.
Whether the riots stop tonight.
When it stops, you cannot control that.
Yeah.
Very good. Keep going.
I can't control Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Can't control Donald Trump.
And
people have tried. Okay.
Can't control. I mean, I can't control Congress.
There you go. You're just this person. You're this nice person named Leslie, and you do not have the power to control when it stops Donald Trump or Congress.
Yeah.
So, and you're working with us, you know that fundamentally anxiety is a control feeling. It's about control. We get anxious when we're in a situation of something where we're trying to control that which we cannot. When we try to control the weather, when we can try to control a marriage, when we try to control somebody, we're not. When we only control what we can, the anxiety goes down. We get in trouble, anxiety spikes. This is where panic attacks come from, phobias come from, PTSD. When we try to control that which we cannot, we're screwed. All right.
Okay.
So here's the happy part. Oh, I got the wrong column there.
Oh, that's okay.
I got to change this.
I know what you meant.
I know, but
I didn't even notice
that. All right.
Okay.
Let's put 3 things that in this situation where things are so tough right now, what can you control? What can you do? That's good. That will help you.
I can control who I call, who I contact right now.
Love that. Love that. I can control who I reach out to. You just reached out to me. I'm number 1, and there's going to be some more. Yeah.
Yep.
Who I can reach out to. Good.
I can control what I have for dinner tonight.
Okay.
I mean, it's simple.
Well, what are you saying? Because food, it's got to relate to the problem. So are you saying because, food is kind of a symbol of predictability and comfort and all that?
I think it kind of is. Yeah. Like, yeah.
It is for me. So,
yeah.
So I'll feel better when I have a nice meal that feels yummy and good, and I'll feel better inside. That's the number 2. One more.
I don't know, as far as how something that relates.
What are you doing with your time today?
Well,
can you control something nicer you can do to yourself today that would help?
Oh, okay. Well, I could like take a bubble bath.
Bubble bath. All right. I can control who I reach out to. I can control that I'm gonna have a good meal, and I can do a bubble bath. And do you have a faith?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a Christian.
You're a Christian? Let's put down pray. There's an idea. We'll give you 4.
That's kind of like a duh one, right? That's kind of like duh. And I have been, but yeah.
Like there's a wonderful Bible verse that I use all the time in the last year. It's 1 Peter 5:7. It says, "Cast all your anxiety on him, for he cares for you." And I love it because it says, all this crud over here, I'm going to throw it to his can because he's got bigger shoulders. And all of these things, he's big enough to handle them, and I can't. I shove them to him, and it's so good. So we just went through the emotional end of this. We talked about the fact that you identified the emotions and you see how severe they were. You centered very well on anxiety and fear and where that came from. We see the history. And then we dealt with the cognitive side of it, which was the facts that we get anxiety when we feel we're supposed to solve a problem we're not designed to solve.
Okay.
So we did the emotional piece and the cognitive piece.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. This has been very helpful.
Well, let me ask you a question. I've done another diagnostic question. And I forgot to ask you at the beginning. When you first called, I could tell you were really, really, really scared. How would you judge when you first called and you told me the problem? 1 to 10 Likert scale, how intense was the anxiety?
When I first called, that was 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was high too. I thought it was in that range.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I know it's not a 0 now, but where is it now?
It's probably like 2 or 3. Yeah. Yeah. So
you picked up 5 points.
Okay. Yep. But that's why I called because I knew it would help. Yeah.
Yeah. You did the right thing. You know what you're going to do now. And I just think you need more connection and support. You don't need any more answers. You just need to know your self-care's got to boost a bit, and you got to let some people let you in a bit. I think you'll be okay.
Thank you.
And when you're graduated, you'll remember this. And when you have patients that are a lot like Leslie, you'll go, I know where to take her. And that'll be a very good thing. I'm
going to go back and replay it and record it too. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Good to see you. Take care.